The week of November the 3rd to the 9th requires a lot of courage, forceful, direct actions, combativity, and self-confidence. Our passion and leadership abilities are brought to the forefront. We could feel intense emotions and are unlikely to linger in any gray zone. We are either all in or all out. No middle ground. What else can we expect? This is what we shall find out here today. Good morning, bonjour, Michelle Karen, astrologer shaman. Welcome to my channel dedicated to the practical uses of astrology to lead a better life. Monday, November the 3rd, Mars is trine Neptune. Inspired to action by our dreams, we find within ourselves a wealth of spiritual resources. We demonstrate maybe not so much judgment, but do get along with very little. Deeply sensitive to our surroundings and keenly aware of other people's needs, we want to selflessly help them. This transit is therefore great for charities, social work, or getting involved in religious or spiritual groups. Our psychic talents are enhanced, helping us detect immediately any insincerity in others and sense danger before it occurs. Deeply private, we are one step ahead of others, tend to shield our activities from outside scrutiny, and are prone to acting in maybe secretive yet decisive ways. This is a good day to discreetly outmaneuver our opponents and understand the laws of existence. Seeking a stimulating environment, we are drawn to artistic people who share our ideals. Complex problems are resolved with imagination. This is a wonderful transit to develop our healing abilities, take a yoga class, go dancing, and create art. Tuesday, November the 4th, Mars enters Sagittarius and will be there until December the 14th. The next 5 weeks are great for crusading for causes we believe in, firm defenders of our ideals, soapbox orators motivated by altruistic ideas, philosophical and religious convictions. We exert the moral courage to act on our beliefs and reform society, particularly education. We just need to be careful to not become too dogmatic or fanatic or try to convert others against their will. The tendency is to exaggerate, fall prey to outrageous ideas, scatter our energy, and in our pursuit of far-reaching projects, overlook problems demanding our immediate attention that are maybe closer to home. Generally demonstrating a lot of integrity and dignity, we could also, in our haste and extreme need for freedom, at times interpret the rules to our own advantage. But generally, the spirit supports fair play, a direct and open attitude, and a lot of generosity. The intensity of our sexual desires is enhanced, making us ardent and adventurous in our pursuit of a love interest. Outdoor athletic activities are a great way to blow some steam off. Throwing ourselves with great enthusiasm into new projects, we think for ourselves, but maybe a little tactless. We could be argumentative, impetuous, and competitive. A long distance trip is favored. Also, on Tuesday, November the 4th, Mars is in opposition with Uranus, so matters may not turn out the way we expected. New, dangerous, unexpected situations bring much nervous tension. Sudden, drastic, revolutionary changes could affect us personally, taking both time and energy. Our efforts are sporadic. Outbursts of energy lead to conflicts. Unstable, explosive external affairs, impatience, rebelliousness, and recklessness cause a lot of turbulence and chaos. The slightest provocation could precipitate impulsive, extreme reactions, as well as irritability, even in some cases, rage, fury, and violence. So we need to be very careful. Averse to discipline and routine and fiercely resisting anyone telling us what to do or how to do it, we seek complete freedom of action. Our urge to assert our individuality despite any obstacle and have our way no matter what could make us overexert ourselves and take risks resulting in possible accidents or injuries. We should stay away from heavy machinery, sharp objects, batteries, and electricity. But this is also a double-edged sword because, on the other hand, if we don't express our intensity, we could develop an illness. Driven by our fighting spirit, inability to rest, and maybe some dissatisfaction, we tend to learn our lessons the hard way. We are likely to meet new people who are stimulating, even though their presence in our lives may be short-lived. Someone we haven't seen in a while could return, quite different from the way we used to know him or her. Thursday, November the 6th, Mars is sextile Pluto. New beginnings are possible today. This transit invites us to look within, discard what no longer serves us, and find what it is that we really want. A deeper understanding of ourselves, a heightened awareness of our strengths and weaknesses help us find our life purpose and implement profoundly regenerative changes. The sense of destiny which marks this day gives us the confidence, the courage, and the energy to realize our most important goals and ambitions, which may be a little different from what we had originally thought. Our leadership abilities and willpower are reinforced. Cooperation, working with others, is encouraged. Regardless of obstacles, our compelling need to achieve success makes us carry through with restlessness, passion, hard work, and discipline. Also, on Thursday, November the 6th, Venus enters Scorpio until November the 30th. The next 3 weeks are all about extreme emotions and a lot of passion. Our feelings are intense, in some cases excessive to the point of fanatism. We tend to adopt an all or nothing attitude towards romance, are willing to sacrifice everything for love, and have very high standards with regard to devotion and commitment. Of course, with Venus in Scorpio come also possibly rivalry, jealousy, possessiveness, secrets, and potential violence. Our sexual desires are intensified. Selfishness and control could come under the guise of friendliness. If our trust is betrayed, we could become disillusioned, bitter, resentful, even vindictive, with an inability to forgive and forget, leading to a cold indifference towards that person so that they can never affect us personally ever again. Stress could lead to self-destruction through substance abuse, so we should definitely stay away from drugs or alcohol. This is a great period to understand what we really need in a love relationship. And because Venus is a planet ruling both love and money, if we are careful to not squander our resources and don't spend more than we have, this transit gives us a strong flair for financial investments. We can demonstrate an excellent earning ability, be quite shrewd in money matters, and get involved in a highly lucrative business. We thrive on problems, take pride in remaining dignified and in control of our powerful emotions, and use our psychic sensitivity to the feelings of others to achieve the emotional and financial security we so ardently seek. On Friday, November the 7th, Uranus re-enters Taurus till April the 25th. Because this is the last important incursion into Taurus, I have recorded a whole video on this cycle, which I invite you to watch. Link in the description box down below. And finally, also on Friday, November the 7th, Venus is square Pluto. Relationships in general could be fraught with difficulties. If we are single, we are likely to feel a deep desire to be loved and a profound longing for companionship. We may fall under the sexual spell of someone with whom there is no real overall compatibility, so we should be very careful. That person could use subversive techniques, be manipulative, compulsive, obsessive, lustful, destructive, and even degrading, but on the good side, that fascination will change our consciousness of what we truly need in a relationship at a deep level. If we already are in a relationship, things are likely to become quite intense. Our emotions could be stirred up by a crisis, tensions, resentments that had been brewing under the surface could erupt. Emotional challenges from the past could be brought up, needing to be faced, resolved, and released. Issues around isolation, jealousy, sexuality, possessiveness, and control are likely to emerge. Conflicts could arise also in family relationships. Even our social life could feel unfulfilling. Friends might prove uncooperative and difficult, ultimatums, pushing for a commitment. Not advised. We need to compromise for the sake of unity and may be required to bend over backwards to maintain peace. To relate effectively, we may have to put ourselves at other people's level and make a real effort to work through the obstacles that present themselves. With this transit, deception and dishonesty only lead to a downfall. The best is to lie low, develop a certain emotional detachment, carefully examine our motives, and be super honest with ourselves and others. So, can we change what is no longer working? And if we cannot, can we live with the situation as it is? Or is it time to move on? Hanging on just out of fear of insecurity or the unknown is not advised at all. The time may have come for a relationship that had been unstable and restrictive for a while to end. On the other hand, once the air has been cleared of old emotional patterns, a good relationship will start anew on a much sounder basis and become stronger and deeper. On the money side of things, we may need to be careful of shady financial involvements. If you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. Your comments are always appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to place a thumbs up and hit the little bell to be notified when I upload a new video every Thursday and sometimes another one during the week. Remember, as always, choose your battles, walk in beauty. Thank you for watching. Until next time.